Kidd Kraddick in the morning.
The Showbiz Top 5.
Hey, it's Kellie Rasberry with your Showbiz Top 5 for Friday, December the 11th. A photographer claims he has footage of Axl Rose hitting him at LAX. Now, he says that Axl showed up at the airport with some woman who really had a problem with having her picture taken. We still don't know who she is, but she got into an argument with a couple of paparazzi. It got a little physical. Axl turned around and saw what was going on, and before even getting an explanation, he just started throwing punches. Some members of his entourage stepped in to break things up, and he was rushed through security. They say police and airport security never even got involved, but this guy has evidence that he was hit, and I'm sure he'll take action beyond this story that I'm telling you. Now, if a baby boy is born in, right now it's being born in Hollywood. I don't know what's up with baby boys right now, but Tuesday, Gisele Bündchen and Tom Brady had a son. And this is, of course, Tom's second son. He had one with Bridget Moynihan, the girl that he dumped in a hot minute for Gisele. And she found out she was pregnant right when he was leaving her for Gisele. So that was a really ugly mess. So that's boy number 2 for Tom Brady. They still have not released that baby's name. And then this morning at 12:37 a.m., Kendra Wilkinson and Hank Baskett had their baby boy. We already knew they were going to name him Hank the Fourth. And he was a big one, born via C-section, thank goodness for Kendra, because she's a tiny little thing. And Hank the Fourth weighed in at 9 pounds 5 ounces and was 22 inches long. And finally, Kourtney Kardashian probably is going to deliver her child over the weekend. We should be telling you about that on Monday, and it is a boy, she's announced. Now, Khloe Kardashian ran into one of her husband's ex-girlfriends at this little house party in the Hollywood Hills, and it got ugly, and believe it or not, it really wasn't Khloe's fault. I got her back on this one. But apparently, Lamar dated this Deal or No Deal model, Claudia Jordan, right up until August when he met Khloe. And so they were at this party, both invited to a mutual friend's house, and at first they were keeping their distance from each other, but then, you know, the night wears on, alcohol kicks in, and sources say that it's really Claudia that started all the trouble. She kind of stood at a distance and started staring Khloe down, shooting her darts with her eyes, and making all these really mean comments about how, you know, Lamar downgraded, I can't believe he left me for a man, and, oh, well, I guess big girls need love too. Well, somebody went and told Khloe what was being said, and she marched right up, nipped this little problem in the bud, got in Claudia's face, and said, you know, you want to talk trash about me, you blankety blank, you don't do it behind my back, say it to my face. Well, Claudia suddenly caved. She turned bright red, started crying her eyes out, because she apparently can't handle a woman of Khloe's magnitude, and she left the party ASAP. I think Khloe was in the right on that one. Now, Angelina Jolie has a problem with President Obama and some of his policies. There were some rumors about that on Us Magazine a while back, saying that Angelina and Brad Pitt get into a lot of heated arguments over Obama, because Brad's a huge Obama man. But she is really passionate about the situation in Darfur, and she doesn't think the president has done enough. So she wrote an op-ed piece for Newsweek.com called Justice Delayed is Not Justice Denied. And if you want to read what she has to say, basically a stern talking to the president and how he's handling that situation. Now, a former madam claims that Tiger Woods paid her up to $40,000 per weekend just for the pleasure of hanging with some of her girls. And a couple of these girls have since been identified as porn star Holly Sampson and that lingerie model Jamie Youngers. Now, the madam says Tiger usually asked for the college cutie girls next door type. That was his thing. She says he always paid in cash, communicated solely by text, and his last communication with her was in the mid 2008. Now, in the meantime, one of Tiger's mistresses has lawyered up with Gloria Allred, just like the original #1 mistress, Rachel Yucatel, I think is how we're pronouncing it now. In fact, Gloria claims she's not only going to be representing this now unidentified woman, but several women who are involved in the Tiger scandal. In the meantime, Rachel is threatening to sue the women of The View, particularly Joy Behar, because Joy said basically that Rachel, you could tell she's a hooker, a little play on her name there, and Rachel was not amused by that, claimed that Joy has damaged her reputation. Joy damaged her reputation? So anyway, Gloria Allred is demanding a retraction or else. And you know what that means, lawsuits and dollar signs. And that is your Showbiz Top 5 for Friday.